What's going down, everyone? And if you're tuning in today, you're getting a big download that's coming in. 1.05 is live for The Last of Us Part 2. A long overdue update, in my personal opinion, because there's hopefully some cooler stuff that they're going to add, but hopefully some fixes. Now, when we look at the PlayStation in general, that you're going to basically see, wait, what's going on? It says all this fun stuff, and then it lists a whole other update that says general fixes. So they slam two things together. So if we can digest just what's going on right here for right now, you can see that the new features come in with a grounded, which is great, new trophies that are going to be applicable, a permadeath, which is insanity, and you can definitely tell that this was filtered out through social media prior, but now this is the black and white patch notes, which are pretty cool, which is something I was looking for, and just to see exactly what they were actually going to implement. Now I have some other stuff that's pulled up directly from Naughty Dog's site directly that will take us to the rest of the situation of finite fixes, but with looking at past the situation where the rendering modes come into it, bonus gameplay for modifiers, grain films for you people that want to look like that old school millimeter films, disabling the listening mode option to make it a little bit more difficult, which is kind of cool. And the situation for the motion functions for the aiming option, the arc throw and the display HUD, and the aiming accelerator and the scaling options, as well as the aiming ramp power scale option. So a lot of cooler stuff that's going to be kind of going down there. Now, if we bring it down to where it comes down to the situation where it says tuning in the applied encounter 0 improves the accessibility for the rope inside of the general fixes and the improvements. Note the in-game pre-order bonuses are disabled for the grounded mode in the gameplay. So those are the situations that we're basically had, and we can look right over here where the article I can kind of pull up. We can kind of see where it kind of lists off almost every single situation they gave down to us on the 11th, which Naughty Dog kind of filtered out, and then you can kind of see a little bit more closer what they were actually kind of pushing down for the veteran players that have already gone through it, and they were pretty quick about doing this. I was actually a little bit more excited about what was happening. So scrolling down a little bit more for us to digest what's happening inside of the graphics play, as you can kind of see there's a clicker in one of the hoarders. They have a really good situation for as far as what the unlockable game modifiers in the gameplay. So I mean, even though they left it a little bit briefer, we can kind of just zoom in a little bit to kind of see exactly what's going to be our mirror world, mirror death, slow motion, bullet speed. I mean, it lists anything from infinite ammo, crafting. So it's going to be a really cool situation. It kind of has that almost like that old school vintage Fallout feel to it a little bit. Now, I'm not trying to jump the shark in the situation and kind of see exactly if it's going to turn good or bad. That's the roll of the die of to see what happens with future updates. But it seems like they definitely did spend a lot of situationable points of looking at the the aspects from the 360. You can see that even the listening range, one shot, touch of death, 8-bit and 4-bit audio, I love. Quite frankly, I think that was probably one of the cooler things when I was looking down the list. Helium audio, you have the xenon audio, you have saves for as far as the display and the playtime into the seconds, which is cool for most people that are speed running nowadays. Looking at the film granulations, the disable and the listening modes, the motions and the sensing functionality, and the arc throws, the aiming accelerations and the scaling, as well as the ramp scaling, and what they basically put down to the 0 and the collectibles and all that other fun stuff. Was scrolling down where they basically give us a little bit more of the newer options, which comes down to the alongside of the new modes, the save display with the seconds, and everything that we kind of listed off within the side of the PlayStation. So everyone, that brings us right round to the very end of our patch notes. And by the way, for most of you sticking tuned that didn't know, my name is Mac and you're at the MacGyver7 channel. I was so excited about what was going down with the new Naughty Dog update that I had to cover it and kind of get down to the square points of what this actually was. So if you're new to the network, you can always like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be playing this later on. I was going to dip into the world, I think it was called Erica, an interactive action game. It looked really cool, so I was going to try that out first, but then probably go back to The Last of Us, since I've been miling over a lot of cooler games nowadays and a lot of other projects. So stay classy, stay safe, and if you subscribe today, who knows, maybe Naughty Dog will just give me access to updates before they're even accessible, and then I'll help them make the game better, because that'd be sweet, right? I don't know, you'll have to subscribe to find out if you hear me talk about, hey guys, I got beta updates, but I'm not telling you what's up. Anyways, everyone, all hilarity aside, I'll see you guys and gals in the near future, and well, have fun with all these new modes. This just seems quite frankly awesome.